Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to the Tony Harvin Network YouTube channel. If you like, hit that subscribe button listed right here. After you hit the subscribe button, if you want to receive all notifications of videos that come out on this YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and select all after you hit the notification bell. Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, fresh off of work. You know, good evening to everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody had a wonderful day and having a wonderful evening upon this night. You know what I mean? We here talking about another good topic. You know, the other night we spoke about mental health issues and whatnot. People had some good pointers in general. So once again, I hope everybody's doing well out there, man. You know, definitely touching on this topic, especially dealing with certain individuals in your family, so-called friends and whatnot. Trust can be very thin. Trust issues could be very thin. But first and foremost, if you are new to this YouTube channel, you're just not watching it, feel free to hit the subscribe button, the notification bell to let you know what type of uploads come to this channel. You will be notified, you know, if you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell as the introduction had mentioned. You know, this is my secondary YouTube channel, Tony Harvin Network. My first is Tony Harvin. So we're here talking about trust issues, man. You know, I know a lot of us go through situations as far as like having trust issues with people. You know, past experiences could linger on for a while, which builds cautiousness around people. And it's so tough to build trust for sure. What up, DeMarva? Prince Sean. You said somebody just randomly text me like, bruh. Miss Ann, you says peace and blessings, brother TH and the Harvin chatters. I don't know who they are, by the way. What up, MHW? What's up? What's up? Good to see you upon yesterday night on that biblical discussion for sure. What up, Tip Tom family? What up, Craig? Shout out to Craig G. Cell. Simply behold your YouTube channel. You know, trust. It takes me a long time in general to trust people. It takes a long time for me to even get comfortable with trying to build a friendship with people. You know what I'm saying? I've always been that way ever since I was a kid, you know, because people have done wrong a whole lot of times. It's family members too. You know, you may think blood is what they say, blood is thicker than water. But I heard Gino say spirit is thicker than blood, man, which is true. You understand? Not saying that people who are striving for God is better than the next person without, you understand that? But you know, when you go into trust somebody who's not even on a level of getting to know God, of course, you definitely got to watch your back on those type of people. You understand? Because people in these days are definitely playing for keeps. A lot of people are playing for keeps. You understand that? It seems like everybody's in competition with each other. You know, listen, we all can eat. You know, what they say, we all can get to the you know, the finances and whatnot. Not that is all about that. You know, it's in the competition. There's enough things out there for everybody. There's enough jobs. There's enough money. There's enough food. You know what I'm saying? There's enough clothes and things like that. You know, one thing is family. You know, you live with your family. You grew up with your family. Now y'all grown and whatnot and things like that. You will have family members try to stab you in the back, man, because they jealous of you, because of what you're doing. You know, every family has at least one person that's the shining star. That's gonna be something. You know, they just talented, they just skillful, and whatever they do, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's playing ball, whether you got talent in singing, you know, whether you got any type of talent or skill, you know what I'm saying? Is that it's at least one person, you in a person's family, you know. But you got other family members that don't realize, you know, the encouragement that that person could bring you at the end of the day. Instead of being jealous and whatnot and things like that, try to take pointers to those jealous people out there. You know what I'm saying? All right, what's up? I'm a one God man. What up, Darrell Jones? Simply Behold says that is true. Our spirit is thicker than blood. What up? Let your light so shine, faith. Shout out to everybody. So, If you had a situation before where as though anybody tried to stab you in the back, let us know in the chat room. You know what I'm saying? Because I got some experiences with family members, who I thought was cool. You understand? And I don't mind talking about it. You know what I mean? Whether a family member listens in or not, I'm going to talk about certain situations that happened to me, for sure. All right. MHW says I have been stabbed in the back so many times by people, especially family who I trusted. I'm still cleaning up the blood till this day. Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Listen, there's nothing wrong with distancing yourself from family members and what have you. I mean, me personally, I do that myself. Listen, I don't get too close. I mean, we may have grew up together. We may have played basketball together and played around. When you start to get older to really understand what people are about, you know, all that is out the window. I don't want to listen. I don't want to be around that. I'm a person that's trying to better myself on a day-to-day basis. Not only within myself, but of course, you want to better yourself for your kids. If you got any kids, you want to better yourself for the better. You know, and being around a person uh, with that type of vibe of them thinking about stabbing you in the back, and you having that feeling, no, I can't be around that. Not at all. I don't listen. I don't care how much we played. I don't care how much we went to the malls. I don't care about that. You know. In my experience, my family has been it for me. Miss Ann states, and that seems to be the core foundation right there. Family. Because we think, I believe we think at certain points in our life when we was younger, of course, you know, we believe that we could trust family members. You know what I mean? Like they won't do anything to us at the end of the day. I mean, me personally, I got some family members for sure. I do. And the same way I'm talking on camera, listen, I tell them to their face. You understand that? So, definitely be careful out there because even family members will take your life. You know what I'm saying? Your own family members would take your life or set you up for something, set you up for failure. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to be in your position. You work hard for what you have done, or you bettered yourself for the better, and they don't want to put the effort in, and they looking at you with jealousy and whatnot. No, you understand? No, you know what I mean? So friends, close friends, people have grown up with a person 20, 30 years and what have you, and then out of nowhere, you may have a friend, a so-called friend that is. You may have a so-called buddy, who y'all think y'all close. You might call him your brother. You might call her your sister and whatnot. Like we tight, we close. Ain't nothing gonna break us apart. You think? You understand? You really think? You know? Simply Behold says, I unfortunately don't see certain family members anymore. I don't understand how they can act a certain way towards you as if you mean nothing unless you have the same wrong beliefs they have. Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially if your beliefs and your faith definitely can play a big part, in general. It seems like the only time people will call you on one is they want a handout. You understand? They want a handout. You know? I can't even say, hey, how you doing? What's up to a lot of family members. Because guess what comes after that? Can I hold something? Can I borrow something? You got $5, you got $10, you got $50. You understand? This is why I don't even speak to a lot of family members. Because I already know what comes after the hey, what's up, how you been, XYZ. You know what I mean? They already got a laser beam like Cyclops from the X-Men on my pockets. And we far away. They got a laser beam all the way in Jersey. They got a laser beam on my pockets like Cyclops. You understand? All right. Rachel says some of them will suck you dry financially. Absolutely. And some people are so nice that they will give to their family members. A family member could come like, man, I'm broke. I just lost my job. I ain't got nothing to eat. XYZ. Me? Get a job. You understand? Is this the same family member around tax time or around the stimulus? You flashing money? What happened to all your money? You understand? What happened to it? You were just flashing your money the other day. Now you're broke. I don't get it. I don't get it. What up, Lady Speed Smith? Blessings, bro. Tony and all on the chat. Trust only in the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Princess, I used to change your diaper. Let me hold a 5. Huh. Yeah, all right. Zip family says, yes, I've been through a lot of untrustworthy family members and friends in the past, but as I grow and mature and more in the truth of God, I've learned that they have the spirit of the devil in them. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I mean, you could have grown up with a person, whether it's family members, friends, or whoever, you know. But when that person gets to a point of wanting to better themselves, getting closer to God, you know what I mean? It might be a friction between the two. Not it might, it will be. You understand? Because that friend who's still caught up in clubbing, smoking, drinking, partying, prostituting. OnlyFans is prostituting too. You understand? If your friend or your family member is on OnlyFans, that's prostituting. You understand? They want you to they want you to engage in those type of things with you. But guess what? Now you're striving for God. You understand? You ain't gonna want to go to the clubs no more. You ain't gonna want to party no more. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna want to drink Ciroc. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna want to drink a Long Island iced tea or Budweiser or Heineken. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna want to drink those things no more. You ain't gonna want to go to Atlantic City and play the slot machine. You ain't gonna want to do it. You ain't gonna want to play Russian roulette or 21 blackjack. No, or we in the house, family gathering, playing pity pat. You understand? Deuces are wild. Poker. Jim Rummy. You know what I'm saying? If it's a group, spades. I got 2 in the possible. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna want to do that no more. You know, the urge to have that type of fun. You don't have the urge no more. You know what I'm saying? I used to gamble. In the sense of playing cards. I was good. You know what I'm saying? I was good. And I was about 14, 15 years old. You know what I mean? Beating adults. You know what I'm saying? Jim Rummy, Pity Pat, Spades. I was good. You know? But when you come to the truth, when you're trying to better yourself, of course, they ain't gonna like that. You know what I mean? All right. So, Craig says it's funny how some family members, if you leave their church and get baptized in the name of Jesus Christ, all of a sudden you are in a cult because you left their church. I've heard that before. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, people who know me, it wasn't more so associates. It was like some family members. or people close to the family had little things to say about, me posting the truth. You know what I'm saying? All right. What up, Silky Smooth? Miss Ann says, my grandmother would say, treat them with a long handle spoon. That's what's up. So, trust. Moving on to relationships or marriages. You understand? That's very thin. When you're trying to get to know somebody, you know what I'm saying? When you're trying to court, you know what I mean? See if your characteristics match their characteristics. And even though it don't matter if you equally yoked. You could be equally yoked with somebody, getting to know them. That don't mean y'all compatible for a marriage. You know what I'm saying? Trust issues. They may be hiding something or hiding some things. You know what I mean? Because when you courting with people, it's best to lay everything down out on the table, man. Everything you've done. You got any skeletons in your closet? Everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything you have done. MHW says, since finding the truth of God, I don't break down as much when people choose to become anti-trustworthy. Trust isn't what I seek after as much. With wisdom, trust comes only with earning potential. What up, Fitzgerald? Takes years to build relationships and trust, but one moment to destroy it. Absolutely. One moment. You could propose. A man could propose to a woman after all these years. Man, I forgot to tell you something. You know what I'm saying? And it could be something serious. That type of trust. That's very low in these days. You know what I mean? When you trying to get to know somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because it's best. One bishop said, it's best to leave it on the table. Each person let each other know about everything. Hey, you slept with 5 people at one time? Let them know before. Let them know. You know what I'm saying? Don't be ashamed about nothing, because that person wouldn't want the other person to find out in another way. You know what I'm saying? All right. People aren't very loyal these days either. Absolutely. Absolutely. Loyalty. That's a good one. You know what I mean? Loyalty is not just physically. Could that woman be loyal to her spouse or her fiance by not doing anything? That's not just physically. It could be mentally or emotionally with somebody else. You understand? I mean, in these days, as I said earlier, people are playing for keeps. And they don't care. They don't care about the next person's feelings or nothing. You know what I mean? This is why a lot of people are so bitter. They got cages over their hearts. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't even want to get married no more. They ain't even talking about marriage. What up, Jinju? Why waste time? Why waste time getting to know somebody? Some people say. Why waste time getting to know somebody? And when that person do you wrong, you numb to the pain because you already expected that, or you've been through that before so many times. What up, Maddie? Appreciate that. A lot of people in the hood have killed their own friend that they grew up with, have killed their own family member who they grew up with over what? Money. Money is another thing that tampers with trust. You know what I mean? I had a fallout with a family member. I explained this before. You know what I'm saying? Having a fallout with a family member over trust some years back. You know what I'm saying? Um, he had, it was 2012, right? I had just got my Class B license, September 2012. You know, of course I was excited, you know. Then, like maybe a week or two later, I got a job driving a bus for Rutgers University, you know, New Brunswick, coming all the way from Jersey City. I needed a car, you know, a family member, cousin selling the car, you know. I bought the car, and the car went out on me. And this was during Sandy. The car went out on me completely. You know, I didn't want the car no more. You sold me a lemon. You know, I had trust in him, right? That was my mistake. I was younger. You know, I gave the car back. And guess what? He tried to sue me. My man, you got the car back. You know what I mean? And then you're trying to get the money out of me? Really? Well, he did now from a health issue. I'm not glorifying that, you know. But some years later, I had to apologize because, you know, I actually wanted to beat him up. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to beat him up, you know. But I apologized as a man, but he held his grudge in him because he didn't respond back. And he died with that. You died with grudge in your heart? Really? Listen, I apologize, man. I'm clear. And I was sincere about it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't grind my teeth on it. I apologize. You know? I apologize more so for wanting to beat him up within. You understand? Because it wouldn't have been right for me beating up on somebody with a medical condition. You know what I'm saying? All right. Fitzgerald said that's a good point. That was back in 2000 and, I don't know, 12, 13, you know. I was about 27, 28. Tip Time Family says that love for money. Fitzgerald says, yes, that's a good point. Money is a huge factor. Absolutely. Absolutely. Craig says, you know, sometimes I like to hang out with my siblings, but it seems as if Instagram drinking and taking and stuff takes priorities in social media. Do people not know they could be gone in a second? Absolutely. Instagram, you know, Instagram, Facebook, ran by the same people. Everybody, not everybody, but it seems like a lot of people want to be Instagram famous, if that's what you're referring to. You know, it seems that way. And you're right. We could be going in any second. Listen, I appreciate every second I'm here. Definitely appreciate every second that you're here on this earth, man. For sure. Because you just never know. You just never know when it's your time. I just pray for more time here on this earth. You know what I'm saying? To get right. You know what I mean? I believe it was, correct me if I'm wrong, Jehoshaphat, right? Who got added on 15 more years to his life. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Well, it was somebody in the scriptures, right? That God added more years to this person's life. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ready to go right now. I feel as though I'm still learning. I'm still learning about life itself. You know what I mean? We take so much for granted, mainly life. Miss Ann says, absolutely. Craig says, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Absolutely. You know, like somebody said earlier, trust God. Show you right. That's the number one priority right there. Trust God. You know, Jinju says, I love to protect my energy. I have a fear of making friends who could be devils. That's funny. That's funny. You know, I grew up in a way of people tried to be my friend. I was a quiet kid, you know, coming up, but people still tried to be my friend. Why? I don't know. You understand? I don't know, but I always was cautious. Cautious. You know what I'm saying? He says, I just don't like opening up myself and my life to people I don't know. You're right, Jinju. You're right. You know what I mean? You're absolutely right. Because it seems like the moment you do, guess what? They're ready to backstab you. Friends will get you killed. God is my bestie, Jinju says. You're right. You're absolutely right. And I think about the story. I don't know if y'all saw the movie Paid in Full. If you know the backstory to that, you know, of course it was wicked deeds going on. Here's though you had three friends, and one killed the friend over drugs, money. You know what I'm saying? Money is a serious thing, you know, to a lot of people out there. A lot of people. Silky Smooth says, God pulled me up one day and put me back in my body. He had my tumors taken out and my organs repaired. He extended my life since 2015. Wonderful at Silky Smooth. MHW says, and you want to warn your family and friends, but they think the good book is a joke and take God for granted until we get sick or a loved one die. Then we want to drop on our knees and pray. It's too late. Absolutely. Listen, you know, I pray that I want to feel like, and I'm not, you know, what they say, jinxing myself or whatever. I want to feel like it's my last day, it's my last second on earth. I want to appreciate life. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to wait to the last minute. You know, I want to appreciate life while I'm here, every second to the fullest extent. You know what I mean? And you got people out there like that. They living life. They partying, they drinking, they in front of the cameras. They think everything is, you know what I'm saying, all good until their mother die, God forbid, until something happens to them, like you said. You know what I mean? Now they want to pray. Now they want to call on God, you know? I think Gino preached a message, something like that. You know? I think it was from the book of Jasher. I think so. It was a while back. You know? I forgot what program. It might be 912-914. Might be, if I'm not mistaken. But he preached something like that. You know what I mean? So you're right about that. Jinju says, yeah, I know that movie. Yeah. You see, you know the movie. So you know about Al Poe. You know? And when Al Poe came home, right? They shot a little documentary on him of him describing him killing his friend, right? Shot him in the head in the car, dumped his body somewhere in New York. You know? And the person he killed, right? You know the story. The uncle, right? The uncle of the person killed, right? Kidnapped the nephew, right? Cut his finger off and wanted ransom money. He didn't get it, so he killed his own nephew. Trust issues. All over money and drugs. But of course, the foundation is money. This is how low some people can get. And not only happened with that situation, it happened with a lot of other people out there. You know what I'm saying? All right. Terry Ann says, I don't trust my shadow. Wow. Fitzgerald says, I'm in college right now, and I try to stay to myself mainly because I can't trust everyone on campus. Not everyone acts like people of the Lord, but I'm okay as long as I have God. I'm fine. Wow. That's what's up. Quanah B, what's up? He says, I'm very cautious. I have to fill you out before I accept people. You can consider my shy until you get to know me. Huh. That's what's up. He says, Noel, when he was banging at the art, wow, the things people will do for material things. Craig says, what up, cool JC? He says, God gave King Hezekiah 15 more years to live. Terran says, I heard brothers are killing themselves over drug money. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Drug money is very serious. You know, people don't have not that I have been in that industry. No. People have no remorse. Whether you grew up with them or not. Just for that dollar, they will take your life. That could have been your friend for 20, 30 years. But the power of a dollar in the drug game is strong. You understand? Silky Smooth says the worst drugs I was given was Army morphine. I never did drugs, not even weed. Jinju says jealousy is extremely scary and dangerous. I don't have the mental capacity for people and strange friendships. My mama told me I don't fit in because I was born to stand out. Good one. I'm an introvert and content. Wonderful. That's what's up at Gin Juice. Craig says in Kingston in Philly, the crisis is horrible. Seeing people destroyed by fentanyl or heroin. Philly is crazy. Philly is crazy. You know? I mean, on World Star, I was watching one video out of Philly when they had a shootout. You know what I'm saying? Right on the I believe to be a drug activity type of block. You know, kid came out running down the block. He started shooting at the people. He ran down the block, came back up. One of the guys was hitting the leg, and he put some more bullets in him. And then he shot somebody else a little closer to him. Crazy situation right there. So Philly is definitely crazy. It was another one. It was another situation in Philly, where as though I think it was a self-defense type of situation. You know, there's a lot of situations, a lot of videos in regards to Philadelphia, man, which is crazy. You know, they called it a mass shooting, but it wasn't. I don't know if you can remember that at Craig Giselle when they said it was a mass shooting. But one of the guys, he tried to beat up one boy, and the guy had his concealed carry on him, and he was just letting off, defending himself, man, and killed one of them. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. What up, Summer? People will take your life just because they had a bad day. Don't have to over money or relationships. MHW says. Simply behold, aka Craig says, yes, it is badly. It's bad, especially when young bystanders get in crossfire. Lord help us. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Listen, you can't even trust your kids to go outside to play. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like back in the day. Man, I used to go outside on Saturdays or the summertime, early in the morning, come back 8, 9 o'clock at night. Listen, you go 2 blocks over, that's Valerie's son. Everybody know everybody. I could walk 10 blocks as a kid. Oh, look at Val's son. Oh, he ain't doing nothing but playing. All right, we got him. We watch him. He good. And go back home. Kids can't even do that. They can't even play in front of their doorstep. They can't even play hopscotch. You understand? They can't even play tops no more. You know what I mean? I'm throwing it back. Can't even play jump rope. Girls can't even play jump rope no more. In front of the door. In a lot of areas. Because bullets are flying all over the place. These people are fighting over territory they don't even own. How are you fighting over territory in the hood? You don't even own one piece of property on that block. Crazy situation. Jinju says people that don't have friends be the real ones and have strong boundaries. No loneliness over here, just lessons learned. Protect energy always. Absolutely. Silky Smooth says I had to pull my 45 on the carjacking. Oh man. Terry Hen says, Silky, you don't want to, but you have to. He said, I pulled a 45 on the carjacker. Hey, it's like that. You can't even trust to take your garbage out. You know what I'm saying? Without somebody coming up to you. You know what I mean? I used to work truck driving overnight, delivering to urban areas. You know what I mean? You don't know what can happen. I don't care how much fighting I know. You know what I mean? Once bullets fly, that's it. You know what I mean? I can't box bullets. You know? It's a sad situation. You can't even go to work. You can't even trust to go to work. Walmart especially. Schools. There was a shooting recently, right? Out in Tennessee. You can't even trust your kids to go to school in a safe environment. Where's the armed guards at? You know what I mean? Where's the police at? They got to follow a certain guideline. Like that last shooting, major shooting before, when the police didn't even go in the building for one guy, for one little boy. One little boy. You know what I mean? And I think it was a guy. He was armed. Either he was armed. He was a concealed carry. He wanted to go in, but the police didn't want to go in. You can't even trust the police, some of the police, to do their job. You know what I mean? Craig says, Tony, delivery in certain areas, even some of the ups won't deliver to certain places because of that. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know? They won't. You know what I mean? They won't. Fitzgerald says, what's the most dangerous place in America? I always ask myself that question sometimes. Well, from statistics wise, I think Chicago is up there. I think Chicago is up there. I think. You know what I mean? The urban areas of Chicago. I think they average like a murder a day. Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you can't even go to the corner. You can't even go walk to the store, get you you know what I mean? A nice sandwich. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't even walk to school, to the store. Listen, I want me a nice hot chocolate and a butter roll. Can't do that no more, man. All right. Jinju says, I do have my 2 iron besties. He says Smith and Wesson, who love me to death, they'll protect me at all costs. I hope I never use them. Okay. Silky Smooth says came out 2005. I met my wife. I met my late wife. A man with a shotgun threatened to murder people. Wow, that's crazy. As a former cop of 7 years, I don't trust cops. He said, yes, we are up there. What up, Devon? He says, I was thinking the same thing. Terion says the law is operating under corruption since 1700 now. It looks normal to people. Fitzgerald says, yeah, I heard Chicago is crazy. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the crazy part is, you got people fascinated with Chicago. They're fascinated with it. They're fascinated with dangerous areas. Tourists go to certain areas to visit Chicago. They trust the dangerous areas to go. You know what I'm saying? To go to take a picture. Really? It's crazy. You says Norfolk, Virginia. Well, I haven't been inside of Norfolk. I think I rode past. Beg your pardon. You know what I mean? So trust plays a major part in life in general. Relationships, marriages, friends, family, as we talked about. The times that we are living in of trusting people. It's sad that a lot of people got to get their concealed carry weapon. Got to carry their weapon in a Walmart. Because you never know what can jump off. You just never know. Not that you're scared or fearful. You just never know. You could just be going to Walmart to get you some snacks. Listen, I want some tortillas and I want some good old cheese. That's my snack for that night. Next thing you go in there and bullets are flying all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Terrien says, fascinated with murder. That's crazy. Jinju says, I had an old colleague who became a cop and I blocked his number. Can't trust the enemy. Wow. So what if I would have became an officer 2 years ago? I didn't really tell nobody on YouTube. You'd have blocked me? Really? Devon says, I live right next to Walmart. I walk from there to my house. Only door in broad daylight. Simply Behold says, the one thing I never understood people, I never understood people who have decided to gang up on people instead of one-on-one nowadays. Even Geno Jennings said it is something with people nowadays. Absolutely. Listen, I don't agree. I don't condone violence, but guess what? Listen, if two people want to go in the backyard and handle their business, honestly, that's better than shooting each other. If they don't have God in life and whatnot, that's their decision. You understand? You will hope that they come to find Jesus Christ, of course. But so many lives could have been saved if you just went in the backyard and got busy. You know what I'm saying? We was kids at one point. Listen, we got it in. You know what I mean? After we finished fighting, you know what I mean? Busted lip, whatever, bleeding. Guess what happens? Listen, you want to go in the house and play Super Nintendo? Let's play Mario Kart. Let's play 007, James Bond for Nintendo 64. After we finish getting it in, whatever, you want to go get some pizza? And these days, nope, they want to blow each other's heads off. Once one person lose a fight, they want to go get a gun. You know what I mean? So I understand what you're saying, that Craig Giselle. You know what I mean? Most cops don't know the law. Absolutely, I agree. I agree with that. I agree. You know why? Because I mean, when I was in the academy, you learn just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You basically learn about like traffic laws, laws of like basic stuff, versus if you was to go to criminal justice, if you were studying for your criminal justice degree, you know, you could go to academy for 3 months and become an officer, 6 months to become an officer. You know what I mean? That don't mean you know everything about the law. You're right about that. You know what I'm saying? You're absolutely right. You know? But they just give, well, they just gave us, I'm speaking from experience, they just gave us like the basics. You know, it was some laws I didn't know about that was interesting in the state of Maryland, you know, but they ain't gonna give you everything as it would if you was to study for your criminal justice degree. You know what I mean? So you're right about that one. You're right. I think they need to, in these days, teach the officers more as far as like the law. You know what I'm saying? Then MHW says, Officer Tony. Oh, oh, no. He says, you're like my brother. I like you. Okay, cool. 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 I mean, they ain't pay enough. That's why I left. They ain't pay enough. You know what I mean? Natural affection is the underdog in these days, Miss Ann says. Someone says crime, jobs, the healthcare, education, lynching, and Mississippi is one of the poorest states. I just looked it up on Google today. Lynching. Wow. I have a Bachelor of Science in it with honors. I have a BS in it with honors. I left to go Intel. Okay, you talking to Terry Ann. When you hear a cop arresting another officer when he violates an American citizen, then I say there's hope. Oh man. Silky Smooth says, I almost got murdered by a cop. Wow. I had a situation with an officer when I was young. You know, it was back in 2006. I wasn't in the Truth of God or nothing. You know, I think I wasn't fighting at the time. I had something on me, right? I was walking to the store and an officer approached me. It was mistaken identity, but I had something on me, you know? And, you know, he let me go because he was wrong and I was wrong. White officer. So I'm like, you let me go because he didn't want to get in trouble. And I'm glad I didn't get in trouble. You understand? So it was a win-win right there, for sure. When I was about, I think I was about 22, I think. Teran says, once you get out of the car, they can do anything. I always agree, but then I revoked the search and they had to stop. He. I know. Well, he said, I know commercial law. Okay. And it's sad that you can't even trust a lot of these law enforcement officers. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You really can't. You really can't. You know? I'm in a situation where they when they killed that kid, those black cops who did that. It's tough. It's a tough situation. Tough situation. Jinju says the only cop I think is cool is Detective Matt Thornton. He has his own YouTube channel and he calls out corrupt cops. Plus, he is saved. He's pretty cool. Check him out. Genuine guy. That's what's up. Is that the cop who talk about the police academy and stuff like that? Let me know. Gen Juice. Listen, this channel right here is gonna be a clean channel. You understand? It's a clean channel. And I notice like when I don't feed into people, man, when I'm on my go, when I'm grinding on this YouTube, I get better results. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to go through no shadow banning from YouTube. I ain't trying to get no strikes for threatening people to beat them up. You understand? For real. You know? So this is gonna be a clean channel. You know what I mean? Clean. All right. Let me get rid of this person. You know what I'm saying? So that person has been blocked. Simple as that. You know what I mean? If you're gonna come in here trolling and whatnot, you will be blocked. Simple. You know, whatever personal issues you have, I don't care. You understand? We're gonna keep this channel rolling to encourage the people. We're gonna keep this channel rolling to connect with the people. You know what I mean? All that gossip and nonsense, who cares? Who cares about that? You know what I mean? All right. I tried to remove him. He said he tried to remove him. Craig says Tony puts the work in excellent. Appreciate that. You know what I mean? And I want people to grow too. I want to help people. You know what I mean? Although I have a feeling who it is, I don't have time for immaturity. I'm a grown man, 38 years of age. You know what I'm saying? My job, I want to help people grow. You know? All right. MHW says cops are licensed to kill. If you pack a gun every day for any career, it will eventually give most people a sense of power that they don't necessarily need to tap into unwarrantedly. I say you're right. You know what I'm saying? You're right, because when I was in the academy, I felt like, man, I was changing a little bit. It was a little shift that I tried to fight off. You know what I'm saying? And I saw a lot of the classmates, you know what I mean, on the first day of boot camp, you know what I mean? They were yelling at them, people throwing up. I'm having fun exercising and getting yelled at. That was fun to me. But you can see their attitude change after a while. Now they feel like now their chest is poked out. But on the first day of the academy, you was a wimp. You was crying. You was throwing up. Now you're about to get your gun in your badge. Now your chest is poked out now. I was still normal. You know what I'm saying? But they try to break your mind down from a civilian to an officer. But I wanted to help the people in general. You understand? But like I said, they ain't pay enough. That's why I left. You know what I mean? Prince says the guy had one job. Just watch the live. That's it. Just watch the live, interact. We ain't here to go back and forth. We ain't here to argue. It's a clean channel. You know what I mean? Tip Tom says that's right. Cool JC26 says, where's your mind? Georgina. Well, for this channel, I have no moderator for this channel. I have a few moderators on my other channel. You understand? C-Rock Smooth, Christopher, Georgina, and Jackie McCall. Not Jackie McCall. Call me Bless. Her name is Jackie. You understand? So for this channel, I don't have no moderators yet. You know, not yet. You know what I mean? All right. What up, David Span? Appreciate that at Tip Time Family. Thank God for you. David Span says, Gab, gun attitude, and badge. Bless you, Tony, for filling your channel up with the truth of God. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, absolutely, for sure. You know, any type of channel or social media, I try to incorporate the truth of God in some way. Some way, somehow, some manner. You understand? For sure. You know, so I appreciate y'all for tuning in general. Jinju says, like Gino said, some of us are saved, but can still throw hands, work in progress. You start mess, you'll be ushered out like that Vegas dude. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I mean? He's another one. He's another troll. Mr. Vegas is another troll. You know what I mean? He's another one. You know? But that was a funny situation right there. So we gonna end this live, man. I appreciate everybody for coming on this live for sure. Talking about trust and whatnot. You know, if you got any closing remarks about the topic, you know, hard to trust people in general, feel free to leave it in the chat room. You know, I still watch that video too. I still do too. You know what I mean? So God bless to everybody out there who was tuning in, even the troll. You know, I mean, that person actually helped out the algorithm over here. You know what I mean? If you click this video just to say something negative, you actually help the channel out. When you click people videos and you say stuff negative, you're not hurting their channel. You're actually helping it. You're actually helping their channel when you come on a person's channel and you hating on them, or you got something negative to say. Because you're giving them watch time hours, you're giving them views, you helping their channel out. You know what I mean? And you just making yourself look like a bimbo. Simple as that. You know? Jinju says, he said, I enjoyed this. It was very entertaining. Listen, Jin, I'll be trying to have good conversation. Whether on this channel, and I just started being more active on this channel like probably like a month and a half ago, man. You know what I mean? Maybe like really active. Probably a month and a half ago. I'm talking about like really in tune activity on here. You know? But whether on this channel, my other channel, my Facebook, it's always seemed to be a troll somewhere. You know what I mean? I don't know why. You know? Oh, God bless everybody. Hope everybody have a wonderful night. You know what I'm saying? Get some wonderful sleep. God bless. Thank y'all for tuning into this video. If you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, if you feel like it, because I don't beg for subscribers, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, share this video, man. If you like, share this video. You know, God bless to everybody once again. I don't know if it's going to be a biblical discussion tomorrow night or Saturday. I don't know yet on the other channel. You know, but thanks to all who tuned in last night on the biblical discussion and those who tuned into this live right here. Much love and much respect to everybody. You know, appreciate that. Tip Time Family said, trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not unto thine own understanding. You wrote a scripture. Appreciate that. You know, in all thy ways acknowledge him and he shall direct thy paths, man. God bless you too, Devon, Terion, Jinju, Prince, everybody. Much love, much respect to everybody. God bless and good night to everybody. I'm Tony Harvin from the Tony Harvin Network signing off. Peace.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to the Tony Harvin Network YouTube channel. If you like, hit that subscribe button listed right here. After you hit the subscribe button, if you want to receive all notifications of videos that come out on this YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and select all after you hit the notification bell.